Linda McMahon is joining us. You're a very familiar face and a huge success. I mean, you know, CEO, wrestling industry, senatorial candidate from the state of Connecticut. You are a wife. You are a mom. You're a grandmother. You've done it all. What a role model you are. Really. I mean, how do you talk about your success? I mean, tell us how you've gone to the top.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you for all that. I mean, but you know what? I'm not that different than so many women who are out there today. There are many women in the marketplace today who are those kinds of role models, young women who are coming along. But you know, you just have to keep at it. We need to encourage our young girls with STEM courses. You know, used to think that science, technology, engineering, math were all guys. But that's not the case anymore.
It's changing.
It absolutely is changing, and women need to support women.
Yes.
Quite often they're not doing that. You know, and you look at a lot of companies that 53% of the entry-level jobs are women. They get up to middle management, it's only about 40%. Then you get up to senior management, it's only about 19%. So we do have a ways to go. And I think we were talking about before, only 23% of, there are 23 women of Fortune 500 companies that are CEOs.
Exactly, and what is it, like 18% women in both houses of Congress? I mean, obviously there's work to be done. You have a great working relationship with your husband, Vince. You've built an empire. We're talking about women and their role. You know, it's very difficult, too, because of the pressures involved in trying to juggle, you know, life, family, the career. Address those issues.
Well, there are more women that leave the workforce to raise their families. There are women now who are staying through the birth of their second child, so they're staying a little bit longer. But one of the reasons that women don't necessarily get to C-suite levels is because in their 30s and 40s, they are opting, you know, to leave and to raise their families and to make sure they're all of that's working fine. And when you talk to those women, 9 out of 10 say they're glad they did it.
Yes. And what about competing? We mentioned your husband. What about competing with men in the workforce? There are some issues there. Describe how it's improving, we hope.
Well, it is improving, but you know, women are getting more graduate degrees, and they are coming into companies. But there still is the competition.
Get those jobs.
Well, there is competition because men still get those jobs that are more you know, P&L related. They get more of the plum positions, if you will, that get C-suite attention. So women aren't involved in as many of those projects, and so they often don't have the opportunity to advance in the company.
How can that change? Okay, we touched on it a little bit, but what else can be done? Well,
I think, first of all, that hopefully that women won't be looked at as, oh, well, we have a woman here, so we ought to give her this job.
We need to do something,
but it's because women themselves are qualified and capable of doing these jobs, but you have to also make it known that you'd like to do those jobs. You got to fight for it a little bit. You know, we've been hearing lean in. Well, we do have to lean in, but honestly, there are a lot of women who are more and more today competing and doing a really excellent job.
Absolutely, and we'll be hearing more about that and reporting more about that. Linda McMahon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Good
Thanks for having me.
Take care of your family and your business. Great role model. I said it at the top.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.